Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Way of the Blade. This is Nori coming at you again with Ratty Fighters. We have this very special guest for today's or tonight, depending on where you are. It is 12 o'clock in Germany. We have Pantocrator joining us. How are you today, Pantocrator?
Hi, hello everyone. I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, man. Thank you for asking. It's 5 o'clock my time, so I know it's a time difference. I really appreciate you taking time to share all your Siegfried knowledge. I've heard a lot of amazing things about your skill, tournament placings, all that stuff. So I'm sure me and the Siegfried mains both are pretty excited to have you here. Can you tell me a little about yourself and your scene?
Yeah, sure. So actually, I'm French player living in Germany, and I'm playing on a competitive way for about 10 years now. So I did start in Together 4, and I'm a Siegfried player, also a rock player.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, I'm playing on a competitive way. On Together 6, I did top 8 on a regular basis. I did also one hit stomper and button check in Europa. And yeah, before COVID, I was doing basically almost every offline tournament in Europe. So now, unfortunately, it's a little more difficult. So the last tournament I did was a Kyanization, and after an invitational Predator. So and I did 4th, and I was pretty happy with this, considering most of the best French players were there. Mm-hmm. So usually I'm also pretty active on Twitch and YouTube, but with the COVID, it makes for me everything kind of difficult on a private way, and I don't have also so that much motivation, to be honest, because I'm very motivated by every offline event. So it's still pretty cool that some people like you still organize stuff and try to share content, and that's why I'm very happy to be there to share my knowledge. I did on Twitch stream for a long time, and I hope I can teach some stuff today, and some people will learn some things.
Awesome.
Exactly. So yeah, like I said, Germany, unfortunately, the game is almost dead, and in France, well, we are waiting for the COVID to be the quizzes to be done. There is still an online tournament, but I will admit I am not fan of online tournament. I'm almost don't do them at all. I'm not very interesting, but that's good that there is still this event, and I'm still trying to support and to share the event, even if I'm not playing there. As training partner, I have all of my crew, the Abyss team. So there is Jason, a Mina player, Maxu, a Warfail player, Lazielu, a Voldo player, and Skyle, I guess you know him.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So the Meteorgy player, so I did play a lot versus AIM, and we did travel a lot to do offline tournament. And yeah, now sadly, I didn't see him for a long time, and I hope next year we'll have the opportunity to do some offline sparring again and tournament and so on. Yeah.
Awesome, man. No, definitely, welcome, and yeah, hopefully, it's been a crazy year, so hopefully we can get things back on track next year. I hope get some offline events going. And, this is really, doing this series to just get people's feet wet with the character. If people are struggling against, the character, or better yet, they're like, hey, I'm stuck. I plateaued at this level. I want to get better. Hopefully this series will help them out, and you have a lot of knowledge to help with that. So let's start off with Siegfried's. What made you pick him up in Soul Calibur 6? What do you like about him?
Well, originally I'm a Legacy Siegfried player, but funny things, I was interested by him first because I really like German mythology with Siegfried, the legendary character. But actually the gameplay, I really enjoy the gameplay. So what is interesting is it's really about mind game, and I guess this is what make me pretty good at this game. Actually, mind game, decision, and controlling space. I really like this. And what I also like, Siegfried is really a kind of psychology character. He's really going to break your morale, your mental,
for sure,
and to keep the momentum. And it's always my feeling that I'm actually a momentum player. It's really how I can feel good when I'm able to use momentum and to take advantage of this. So Siegfried is actually a very good character for this in Soul Calibur 6. He has very good counter damage, so if you can anticipate your opponent movement or an opponent attack, you can really capitalize on this. He's very good at controlling, of course, the space. to prevent people to move, except maybe sometimes versus the backdash. It's kind of struggle. And he also have a pretty interesting offensive tool. He can break the guard. He has some stunts to confuse the opponent, so you can still be creative with him. And it's also something I really enjoy. I could have not played a character who you can always also only play with few moves, or no. I need some creativity sometimes to do this kind of stance dance. It's really something I enjoy, is to confuse my opponent, and you have also a lot of cancel, and it's really cool. It's really cool, and I enjoy this. And
So
also
without,
big sword, plate armor. Yeah, it's the best.
no, yeah,
So
you definitely
I
have.
think it's so cool.
Yeah, no, he's got pretty much. This is one of his better versions for sure. So let's say you're starting out the match, and what are some of your favorite moves to start with?
To open the match, yeah, the classical is of course AGA, but the problem with this one, so it's one of Siegfried's best move. It kills sidestep. It's pretty fast. It's 16 frame. It's plus on block, and yeah, the problem if you start the match too often with this, people will just duck,
Right, right,
and that's the only weak point of the move. It's a high actually.
Right.
So, but it's still one of his best moves, three best moves. So, but to open the wand, you can open with. What is interesting with Siegfried is also to watch what the opponent is going to do, because you don't really have a very good poke to start if you have no idea what the guy is going to do. If you know he's going to rush you, you can start the wand with a single B or with AB slide, with also an awesome move. But most of the time I won't commit that much, because it's also one of Siegfried's weak points in general. You have big recovery. So if you sidestep my single B, you will punish me so hard. I will take so much time to recover. You can give a try sidestep and after do a big launcher.
So what we'll do is we'll save that for the anti-Siegfried section, but that's really good to know. Thank you for that. So basically his big moves recover.
Yeah,
very
yeah, exactly. But like I said, at the opening of the match, I guess with Siegfried, it's better to know what your opponent is going to say. So maybe the first round you won't do anything, and maybe the second or the third round you will try to guess what your opponent is going, and maybe to fish counter with 6B also.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
That's a good.
What is also important, I'm trying to keep my opponent away, because Siegfried at close range is not that good. So I will try to do a move to prevent my opponent to come too close. It will be always my first target.
So where's the ideal range for Siegfried? Is it range 1, range 2? What range do you like?
It's range 2. Actually, it's where you have the range from AGA at tip, or about this one. It's this one. Out of the range of AGA, it's not comfortable. It doesn't have that much good tool. And when you're too close, yeah, the character is kinda slow. So I always try to stay at mid-range when I'm playing with him.
So right at
it's
the tip,
where it's the best.
So the ideal range for Siegfried is right at the tip of AGA.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay,
so, or maybe a little more, between max range and tip range. So to be sure that you won't get backdash as well. But it's for me the best range.
So that's your best anti-step is the AGA. Do you have any good anti-step mids that you like, or not really?
Yeah, sure. You have 3A, who is also pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, it's kind of laggy.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Sorry.
So you have 3A. So 3A is a very nice mid which kills Ori. The problem is pretty slow.
And that's safe, right?
No, it's -12.
Oh, -12. Okay.
But it's kind of okay. For the move it's mid, it kills Ori, it knockdowns in neutral. It's 20 frame fast, so you can also mix it mid-4, it will work, and you have a combo after it.
And I imagine it rings out in wall splats also, right?
Yeah, you have ring out and wall splat, but it's not the best move for this. The best move is 2-2A.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of Siegfried's best move, definitely top 5. And it also works the best at the range 2, like I said.
Oh, okay.
Because and this one is totally safe.
Oh, that
it's
is
-8 on block. Yeah, it's -8 on block.
Wow.
And if you use it at tip range, people have to dash in to be able to do something. Right. And at this time that I can use this move to create pushback and to fish counter it. Because for me, Siegfried is actually an awesome counter it fisher.
Oh, okay. So his counter hit moves are really good. So what counter hit options do you like?
So the best one is Rising Beam.
Okay.
So It's 16 frame. It's tech watch all the animation, and it does also launch at tip 1. So you can stay at tip. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And if you just block my AGI and try to backdash, for instance. It's kind of like this, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Try again.
So
I won't be able to do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're basing this series on minimal lag.
Just do an unblockable or something like this, or just try
people,
to backrun. Do a backrun maybe.
Okay, I got you.
But in counter it, you have this big launcher. Exactly.
Counter hit. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And you can yeah, exactly. And this move is best counter it Fisher. It does 68 damage, something like this. Not sure anymore because it was patched recently. But it does also swing out, and you have a very nice Okizem after this. So it's his best move to counter it, to fish counter it. And it's also one of Siegfried's best move actually, because it's the one you use to punish low because it's 16 frame.
Right.
And on block, most of the time you have a mind game also. So yeah. And second move to fish counter it is B6.
Okay.
This one is also awesome, but this one is more for close range. If you know people are going to rush you, or to do a dash in to attack, or to press you, or to don't respect frame. Yeah, exactly. You are going for this one. And it's also one of Siegfried's best moves.
Wow, okay. And that's
the only weak point with this one is minus 16 on block.
And it's pretty linear too. I noticed that. It's pretty linear.
Yeah, you can sidestep to the left. Always sidestep to the left versus Siegfried.
Okay.
It's always the best. To the right, sometimes it can tracks. But to your left, it's always Siegfried with weak side. Exactly. So yeah. And it's minus 16, but it's really hard to punish, especially online. So, but maybe you can try to do a BB inside, or I don't know what you have with Cervantes, or AB slide to when you block it. But maybe you can try to block and to punish.
And then you want me to punish it?
Yeah, just give it a try. Yeah, exactly. And it's minus 16. But like I said, it's hard to punish with 16.
It's minus 16.
But, yeah. Critical edge should work. If you're very reactive, critical edge should work. So it's risky, but the move is very strong. So it's totally balanced.
And it's a very tight. So you must really know the character. Like, this is a really tight punish. So in a tournament setting, I don't think maybe people are gonna CE punish on block unless they really know the character.
I won't lie. Most of people don't punish this move properly.
Exactly.
And when I say most of people, it's 95% maybe of the player who don't punish it properly.
Okay, good advice. That's good advice.
Yeah, it's very hard because the recovery is short, especially online. Online, it's so hard to punish. Even me, sometimes I struggle with when the connection is not that good to punish it.
Okay, what about lows? What good lows do you like with Siegfried?
So, 2-kick is very good actually. It's very underrated on my point of view.
Okay.
On wake up, you have 1 kick with very good because just stay on the floor. Just on the ground. I will put you on the ground. Just stay on the ground. It hit on the ground exactly, and you cannot roll it, and it gives frame advantage. That means you cannot interrupt between the kick.
Wow.
It's a very good low poke.
Yeah, you're right. You're stuffing me out clean.
Yeah, you see, you cannot.
That's really nice.
You cannot interrupt. And in counter it gives an even more better advantage. You have also the low throws, who are very good actually. Pretty good descent tool. It's only minus 16 on block. So, yeah, but you can break it exactly.
Okay, that's good to know.
But this one are pretty easy to punish. So, exactly. And you can also ward splat and wing out with those one. I can illustrate quickly.
Right.
So that means you have a mind game. And with the back one, you can wing out to the other side. And also, I'm not sure if I will be able to do the wall combo. I will give a try with the lag, but...
That's right. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. Even without this, that's crazy.
So it's going half-life. So you will lose basically half-life if you don't break this one. Exactly.
That's insane.
Also, over good lows, this 2-2 kick actually is pretty good.
Okay, 2-2K, it's good.
Yeah, 2-2 kick,
I
yeah.
haven't even seen that low. Nobody uses that.
No, nobody uses it. I guess it's underrated also. It's a very good finisher actually, because it does nice damage. The only problem is unsafe, but if you're going in stunts, you can have some mind game. But the only issue, the move is pretty unsafe. But if I hit you,
Go ahead, hit me.
but the move is take crouch, lows, and has a very good range. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow. Yeah. That's annoying.
And yes, also you have a low instance, so you have this kick,
Right.
reverse idle kick with very good lows. Also, is doing very nice damage, especially in Dark Legacy. If you put your guard, but maybe after we can explain. Just stay in high.
I'll
Yeah,
guard,
don't duck.
you want to guard break it?
No, wait, yeah. Just put your guard, but don't duck.
Okay. Oh, don't duck.
Yeah, exactly. And here
wow.
it triggers a little bit. Exactly. But I guess I can explain Dark Legacy after. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
You can reset maybe. Yeah, great. Yes, and also instance you have overlaws, but they are also very good. They are decent actually. They are not very good, but they are still good. This one is good because you get a transition to another stance. This one is good because you backdash and it's really hard to punish. And in some setup, if people try to interrupt you, just block and try to attack after.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right.
You get trapped, exactly. And you have Basel A. So Basel A is the online Siegfried law.
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
It's very hard. It's not easy to react online, but actually offline it's pretty easy to
Pretty
react.
slow, yeah. So it's not one of your favorites.
It's 28 frames. No, it's not pretty easy, but it's definitely doable.
Okay.
It's -16 anyway if you block it. Never forget to punish it. Yeah. So that's all for the most important law, but it's already a lot. The character has a lot of usable law actually. Even if they are not that strong, you don't have. You need sometimes to go instance to get them, so that you can get the law with knockback, like this one or this one. But it's definitely worth it.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay. So you were saying before we started, before people could hear us, that you feel Siegfried has a lot of strong ring outs. Can you show me those?
Yeah. So actually, the carry is okay. So you already saw Rising B, but AGA can also wing out very good on the side.
That's a scary one, yeah.
That's good with Siegfried. He has wing out in almost every position, every angle. So if he's back turn, he has also the back, the 4 I show you, but also 4B, you can wing out from pretty far.
That's the mix-up. You're right. That's the mix-up. Okay.
And also, yeah, you can also wing out with 2-2E. So if you're facing someone on this axis and you're going to 2-2A, you sidestep something, you put a wing out. And anywhere it's mid, it kills sidestep and it's safe. So it's not that risky to do this at the wall. And of course, even in neutrality, you get wing out with Rising B or with 3B. So
quite a lot. You're right. Quite a lot of ways.
Yeah, exactly. So, and also on the other side, of course, yeah, like you said, you get 3A. Doesn't trigger out that great, but can still wing out.
Okay. That's really good. I didn't
and
know
also, the most important on this side is 4A. I didn't talk about 4A, but it's also one of Siegfried very interesting move. It's sidestep killer. And if you try to move to the side, for instance, it will hit you and counter it. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And it ring outs you also from pretty far. Yeah.
Oh wow! Wow.
So the character is preventing you to move near the edge, and from almost every angle he can wing out you. He also have aside the standard 4. You won't see this one that often, but he can still wing out. Still good to know it.
That's a classic. I remember that one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for the wing out, and also he has some combo who can also wing out from pretty far. So for instance, if I'm going for yeah, with the lag it's pretty hard, but exactly, and after you can end with AGA and yeah, this kind of stuff. I don't have meter anymore. Maybe you can give me infinite meter.
For sure. Go for it.
So yeah, if you launch, basically you can.
Oh wow!
With the lag, it's pretty hard,
yeah,
but
okay.
I still do it.
Wow, that's nice.
Exactly. So you can still swing out, and he still have some interesting wing out when he's in full charge. He has a very nice carry. And over this, while Rising B, like I said, in counter it or 3B, also it can also wing out to the side, and it's also very good.
Wow. So I didn't even know that he had a. I know he had a good ring out game, but it seems like he has a great ring out game. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
he has and he has also very wall combo are doing also a lot of damage. 2-2A, I told you, is also doing wall plate. Oh. And it does also. You can also get half bar with this, and just know, the move is safe on block. So, but yeah, I missed the relaunch because of the lag. But yeah, also 6A. I didn't talk about 6A. It's a very good step killer. It's as fast as AGA, but if you try to move, again, try to move to the side. Just give a try. Yeah, exactly. It will track.
Wow.
And you get a knockdown. And if you try to move to the side near the wall, actually it's the more Siegfried damaging combo.
Wow.
If I can, with the lag, it's not easy, but
no, it's a lot of damage. Like,
yeah, it's doing more than half. Like.
What is that? Like,
So
130?
yeah. So this one, 6A is very good. And what's good it with 6A on block, of course you can duck the second one. Block the first and duck the second. Yeah, sorry. Exactly. And finish. But for this, you have the mix with the B.
Oh, there's the mix. Okay, yeah.
And what's good is try to move around. No, to get it with the first one in counter it. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
you still
wow.
get a combo from this, and it's very damaging step killer. So that's also something he was very good with Siegfried. He has damaging step killer.
So you have to really commit on these mix-ups, where the opponent has to commit on mix-ups, right? It seems like these are pretty. Strong.
But I always recommend to do a choice because if you only block the B, it's still -16 actually. So it's also a commit from Siegfried. But if you block the I, it's only -2.
No, that's, oh wow, okay, that's
exactly.
crazy.
But you can sidestep the B.
Good to know. Okay,
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, and you can sidestep the B and punish with a big launcher because the recovery is very high. Exactly. And if you duck, you can also punish with a big launcher. So it's always a mind game. And also, I can try to confuse you and to go instance with the transition. But for this, I have no combo after.
Gotcha.
But still, I'm going to this stance and I can get my mix-up. So if you're freezing, it's still a good transition, even if on the paper it's not good because block and after try to attack. You can interrupt, exactly, but it can still surprise you if you're waiting for the second move.
So this is only for people who are respecting him, right? Like this is not for mashers and that kind of stuff. Like
no, masher will get this versus masher. Just go with 6AA. It's enough. Actually, you don't need something else. Sometimes the B if people try to duck, but you won't have the time to transition.
Okay, I got you. That's really good to know. Okay. Let's see here. What are some setups you like that you do yourself that you don't see a lot of other Siegfrieds do?
Setups I like and that people don't do.
Right, like stuff that's like, let's say people are watching a video. Oh, that's definitely a Pantocrator setup. Like after a certain move, you like to do something else, and you don't see a lot of Siegfried players do it.
Yeah, I really like to use dash into edgier on wake up game. For instance, if you try to ukemi back and to sidestep and to catch movement, it's definitely a lot of Siegfried player told me. Yeah, I took this one from you, for instance. Otherwise, I really like to go for the cancel also. Okay. Especially in Dark Legacy. So, for instance, if I knock you down and I will go to the... Oh, sorry, it's the lag.
No, it's okay. So
but what I like also is just to go to push back and to fish counter it. For instance, just try to block and after try to dash and to attack. Block first and after dash and attack. So yeah, that's something really I'm going to do. It's doing the pushback. Also, I'm spamming a lot of AGA, and I'm always looking for the pushback and so on. Otherwise, it's hard to say actually. I use a lot one kick in wake up, So, for instance, after this move, sometimes I will go for one kick to get the wake up on shuffled. But it's pretty hard question to answer.
No, it's
because maybe
okay.
I'm not aware about this. But what I really enjoy, people always say that I have a very good wing out abilities. But I already show you all of my tricks.
Right, yeah. No, it's good.
But especially if I sidestep a move, I make you with a vertical. I'm going to sidestep and I'm going to 4B you to get the wing out also.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Or also to use 4B to crush low, for instance, like to
too,
kick into
yeah.
4B.
That's good.
Yeah.
And the combos, right?
Yeah. So you have this one or you have this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So Siegfried, it's also one of Siegfried's weak points. It doesn't have that good tech jump move actually. They are all like while landing.
Right.
But 4B is good, but it's a slow one. That means the tech jump frame are coming pretty late. But for this, the reward is very, very good. So it's still definitely a tech jump you should use. But it may not work in some setups because it's some strings. Because I don't know if you know, but when you're doing a tech jump frame are very fast. And the move sometimes get invincibility frame versus slow on the second or the third. And for 4B, you need 6 frame, I guess, to crush something, to evade something.
That's good. So it's kind of slow, but if you make that read, it'll blow up 2As, it'll blow up other people's jumping attacks, it'll blow up their throws, unless you're Astro. So that's really cool. That's really cool. Go ahead.
Maybe I can quickly explain the Dark Legacy mechanic.
Yeah, go ahead, please. I think a lot of people struggle when they see that.
So, how does this work? Actually, Siegfried, maybe you can reset, sorry. Oh, I will expose, that's okay. So, actually, when he doesn't have Dark Legacy, doesn't have a lot of Lethalite move. So, you have this one, please don't move. When you hit behind your opponent.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was weird. Maybe because of the lag. And you have this one, maybe do a 2A.
Oh, yeah, I've been hit by that before. That's
yeah,
great.
this one.
That's a good
so, and AGA. Maybe you can do, I don't know, AB slide move on my guard. Oh. I guess with the lag.
We know this works. This is
okay. Yeah, exactly, and you get the combo. So, but beside this, he doesn't have Lethalite, and those ones are pretty situational actually, except maybe this one, but you still need to get the level 3. But the one with the spin and the AGA, it does punish -60 move, and there is not that much -16 move in the game. And if your opponent knows Siegfried, he will avoid to do -60 move in your guard. So, for instance, if you're playing Cervantes, you will avoid to do AB slide on my guard, or you will avoid to do critical edge, or maybe, or maybe Y-Rising A. But Y-Rising A is very hard to punish with AGA. It's very, very hard, especially online. But this one not, because it's the recovery is tech quartz. But yeah, anyway, so that's it. And but when you get Dark Legacy, he does unlock his Lethalite.
Okay.
That means he get all of his Lethalite that he usually doesn't have. So, but for this, they are very strong because he doesn't have it every time. But when you get Dark Legacy, the Lethalite are very, very strong. So, for instance, maybe you can move a B attack. Okay, please do it again.
Is this a legal hit where it drops a B?
It's if I, or maybe do just do just do this one, AB slider, just with it again.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
exactly.
Oh wow.
Okay, and so the situation is with punish, and the move is very nice one. So you can punish from pretty far, and actually it's interesting because Siegfried with punish, that's also one maybe of the people don't realize, but if you, I said he has very good damage in counter it, but in neutral it, if you don't get it in counter it, his best with finisher is this one actually. So it's not doing a lot of damage, but it's still punishing, it's still doing his job.
Right.
But once he get Dark Legacy, he get damage also for whiffing stuff. And also, maybe you can do an unblockable or something like this. You get... Okay, again, please. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You get the 3B combo. Well, so he's doing about 85, between 85 and 90 damage, according to the range. Usually I don't recommend to use 3B because without Dark Legacy it's not good. But when he's in Dark Legacy, it becomes almost his best counter hit Fisher. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, you get this one, and also can you guard but don't duck, please? So this one, like I said,
That's a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. And now, please block low. Exactly.
Oh wow.
So yeah, the character is doing a lot of damage when he's in Dark Legacy, actually, especially because he can unlock this very powerful lethality that he usually doesn't have.
Right.
Now the question, how to be in Dark Legacy. So the first thing, he gets it every time he's in yellow life.
Okay.
So exactly. So that means he will get it. He will get it when he's in low life. So that means if he's getting ring out before to be in low life, or if you kill him when he's not in low life, he won't get it.
So he gets Dark Legacy when you're in low health. And what was the other
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, exactly. That's the first one, and the second one, you see there is a count 12 on the white screen under my name, Siegfried, under the name character.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
I see it.
0 on 12. You
Right.
see it? And I can collect point actually. Here I have 1 point. You can see it. 2 points. And I can collect point by doing this move. It's giving me 1 point. Try to attack maybe. Again. Yeah, and when I can fixate the auto GE, when it does guard impact, I get 2 points. When I punish stuff or when I hit with this, it gives me 1.2 for push free kick.
Oh, okay.
And when I'm doing a critical edge, it's giving me 6 points. So actually,
wow.
the best way to collect it is 6 points. And when you reach 12 points, you can activate it. I will activate it now, exactly. And now I'm in Dark Legacy. So, but that means for this you need to collect the point. And but if you are quite a good player, you should be able to manage to get at least 1 time Dark Legacy with a 3-1 set.
Right.
But it's not always easy versus good player because they won't get it by critical edge. And critical edge, it's still the best way to collect the point. That's most of people what most of people are doing. Maybe I'm a little more exotic because I'm still trying to do the guard impact with my hand sometimes.
Right.
But most of the player high level are just going for the critical edge, because if you hit with 2 critical edge, you get Dark Legacy.
That's crazy. So, and your CE is safe, right?
Yeah, the critical edge is safe. It has a very good range. It's very nice to whiff punish. The only weak point, it's very slow. For a critical edge, it's 20 frames.
Okay, that's a little slower than most, right? Because mine's
Yeah.
16. Yeah.
So exactly, and I guess that's why it's safe, because it's slow. There is some slow critical edge. It's kinda linear. You can sidestep. Sometimes if you one, it can still hit. It's very weird, but anyway, you can sidestep it. And if I whiff it, the recovery is also very huge. Huh? So it's very it's safe on block, but on whiff it's very, very punishable.
Right. Oh, okay.
Maybe you can reset, yeah. Just try to do a 1. A 1 is better to your right, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. It's pretty linear. Okay, I see what you're saying.
To the left, sometimes if you just do a stack guard, it can still track a little, so it's better to commit or... But well. So yeah, but yeah, on block it's safe, but I don't recommend to use it, except if it's the last round, you don't know what to do with your meta, you can still try to throw it randomly, but on my point of view, it's a waste of meta. But you still have some interesting setup to use it. For instance, after this one, if you try to Ukemi,
Okay, let me try to Yukimi now.
Yeah, just try to Yukimi. It's tech trap all side,
Wow.
and there is no scaling on this one.
Wow.
So it's the basic setups to use it. So that means people
Oh my god.
are not allowed to Ukemi versus this one. It's a very important one.
That was.
Of course, as with Punisher, it's interesting. And now it's new. If you hit in counter it like this, you can also connect with the critical edge. But this one you have a scaling, of course, but it's still doing about 80 damage. And you stack the point.
Really
after
nice.
basically any launcher, after Triple B, it's also interesting to use it because I need to hit you from the back. Please don't move.
Okay, sorry, man. Sorry.
No problem. This one is also quite interesting because the scaling is not that bad. But yes, there is some combo you can still use it. And sometimes I use it even if you don't win that much damage, it's still good for the point, to stack the point of Dark Legacy. And something else, you have also the explosion, the auto guard impact.
And what beats the explosion? Just lows, right?
The explosion does guard impact high and mid.
Okay, so any lows.
So lows will counter it, sure. And also, of course,
Okay.
I need to go first in Dark Legacy, yeah, because without Dark Legacy, no explosion. And after, yeah. But maybe just do a 2-kick or I don't know. But you won't be able really to counter it in reaction. You have to anticipate. Yeah, exactly. And I'm losing it. Losing it immediately. So the explosion is very strong, even if now there is way more counterplay. But the explosion is very strong. But for this, Siegfried is losing Dark Legacy actually.
Okay, so you don't.
So when I'm doing this, after I cannot do my lethality anymore. It's over.
So that's a real. You would basically just say that for only really desperate situations, right?
So yeah, I recommend to use it when you think that your opponent doesn't have that much life, or when you think that you don't need your lethality anymore, and you say, okay, now I don't leave my lethality. I need to finish the round. I'm just going to the guard impact, and damage are also pretty nice.
Okay. So I'm a little behind on the chat. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry to neglect everybody. So Ezra Beanie Thuggish rated a while ago. Thank you so much for all the new viewers. Pantocrator is doing an awesome job explaining this fountain of knowledge with Siegfried. I knew some of this stuff, but a lot of this I didn't know. It's really cool. Appreciate that. We're also going to be taking questions at the end of the chat. So if you guys want to pour some of these in, and then once we're done explaining like anti-Siegfried and some other stuff, then we'll go ahead and tackle those questions. So thank you everybody again for joining, and if you're from the raid, please refresh your screens. All right, Pantocrator, go ahead. So we were talking about the bubble, and then once you use it, you're out of Dark Legacy, right?
Yeah, I lost Dark Legacy.
Okay.
Exactly. There's also another move. Oh, sorry, maybe you can reset. Who can make me lose Dark Legacy is this one. Exactly. It's doing a lot of damage for a 14 frame move.
Right.
And for this, yeah, you lose Dark Legacy, but it can be worth again to finish a match. If you block a low kick, for instance, maybe you can do a low kick. Yeah. No. Yeah. This one is minus 14, right?
Mine is, yes, it is.
Yeah, okay, and it's fine. And you can finish with it. But I'm losing Dark Legacy. So the two moves are very powerful, but for this it does cost Dark Legacy.
I imagine that rings out at wall spots, right?
No, it doesn't wall splat, but it does ring out.
Okay.
If you're very close.
Oh,
but
wow.
You have no wall.
So that would go over a short wall too, I imagine, also.
Also, yeah, something else. Again, the bubble, maybe you can talk about this now. You can do lows, but you can do also reverse impact in reaction. When you see it, you know what is reverse impact?
Okay, go ahead.
Just try to do it when I'm exploding.
Oh.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, this one, exactly. You can also pause and leave the game.
Sorry, guys. We're trying. This is against Germany and US on Parsec, so we're trying our best here. So sorry, everybody.
It's still
That was
kind of. It's still okay actually. Yeah. So and when you get a level 3,
Wow.
and I'm using Dark Legacy.
That's a really
So
big
it-
read, though, too. But you're saying on
Yeah, yeah.
reaction, you can just look for it.
Yeah, you can just look for it, wait, and really wait. Don't do it in. But when you see the explosion, just go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, what you can do, and people never do this actually, but it's very good trips. When you block it, you have 3 hits. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they all jail, and you can try to perfect guard the 2 last one without any risk.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
Just give a try.
Do I get a free launcher? Do I get that?
No, but you will you will reduce chip damage because the bubble is doing chip damage. But if you're doing a perfect guard, so a guard at the last moment, so you release the G button and you try to tap. You can also try randomly once you get it first. Yeah, and you will reduce chip damage. And now you also reduce, I guess, with the patch guard damage. So actually, yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So actually, even you can try this every time because you don't have any risk since it does jail. You get it by the first one, and the 2 last one you try to perfect guard them. And with this, Siegfried is losing his bubble, and you did diminish the guard damage and the chip damage.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, that's really cool.
So even if it's not easy to do, you can still try every time because actually the first one, you block the first one. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
That's
You
good.
block the first one, and after, yeah, it's jails. So it doesn't matter if you release guard, if you try to perfect guard or not. It's also good trips. And of course, guard break will also break the bubble. So if you have a guard break, you can try A plus B, for instance. Yeah, you will, and I will lose it also immediately. So if you have a fast guard break, maybe I don't know with Cervantes, but there is some character that have kind of fast guard break and they can really use it.
And Soul Charge, I have this. The Soul Charge, let's see here.
And also, yeah, the Soul Charge is also a very nice one. And actually, it was the only very good counter play in the first season. You can also Soul Charge in reaction. Give a try.
Okay.
So if I'm going next to you, I'm exploding. You just Soul Charge, yeah, and I'm losing it. And that's
wow, that's dirty.
So yeah,
Okay.
so this one is very, very good, but it does cost 1 full bar, and sometimes you don't have this bar, so that's why it's always good to have the other option. But yeah, this one is the easiest one because you don't take any risk with reverse impact or just guard, or with a low you can miss it, or sometimes Siegfried, if you try to spam low, can go for 4-4B or can duck and punish with this move. But if you just wait for the bubble and it does explode, you just do the Soul Charge and it's over. He's just losing it. He cannot do anything about this. Yeah.
It's good to know. So what are something that you, let's say, watch other Siegfrieds play, either online or offline? What are things that you watch Siegfrieds like struggle with that they should be improving on?
As Siegfried player or versus Siegfried?
Like other Siegfried players you observe, like things that they should be working on, improving. Advice you'd give them.
Actually, but it's because of online. Most of the time, they don't really try to space out. So they are just going to attack and to. But it works well online, so I cannot really blame them.
Right.
But they won't try to. Yeah, exactly. To be patient, to anticipate, to fish counter it, to try to keep your opponent out. They won't try this, and they won't be patient. And sometimes they will just commit over and over again, without really taking the time to make reads.
I see. Okay.
That's the thing I would say. Otherwise, block punishment are not very good also on Siegfried player side, but standing punishment are not that good with the character. Except I told you AGA, but for this you need to be minus 16. But do you have maybe a minus 12 move with Cervantes?
Minus 12. Let's see here. No, that's minus 8. Okay, I know.
Or yeah, okay. That's his only punishment on minus 12 move. He can only do single kick. But still, I think you have to do it. Maybe you can do 3B. 3 minus 14
Minus
white,
14,
and
yeah.
Siegfried can punish it with b6. Okay.
If there's no lag, so I'll throw it after. If there's no lag, we're playing on a good connection. Yeah, it'll.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. It's minus 14 white.
It's minus 14, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I cannot finish
But
it.
it's,
Yeah.
it's probably it's probably up laggy. It's okay. We're playing across the
Yeah, it's laggy. Okay, so it's exactly. So with standing, you only have this for minus 14 and this for minus 12.
Right.
But I guess it's still important to do them because you still, even if it's not awesome, you still need to do this. Also, while standing punishment is pretty good. Actually, you have this one for minus 12 move, this one for 14, and also few people don't do really punish with this one, and I guess it's worth. If you block a 2-kick, maybe you can do a 2-kick. It's still better to punish with this one because you get a Dark Legacy stick, and it's also one of where Siegfried move where you are actually
I never seen these Siegfried players do this. That's really good.
Yeah, and you have actually why is this move good? People most of the time when they block 2-kick they go for a rising kick because it's easier. But this one, for push 3-kick, puts you at +6.
Oh, you're +6 after that.
+6, and Siegfried doesn't have a lot of move who are putting at +6, maybe 6 kick, and that's all. That's the two only move. And I guess it's very good to take the 30 damage, to take the legacy point, and most of Siegfried players don't punish properly low with this one. That's very sad because Siegfried can punish low pretty well, and minus 16 low you have rising B also. But this one most of the time Siegfried do it, but they don't optimize the full push 3-kick.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. So a lot of people I would feel kind of struggle against this character, especially if they don't know him. How do you feel about beating? How do you beat Siegfried?
So first you need to know what is your best range versus him. Maybe it's range 3, maybe it's range 1. You really have to think about. Siegfried most of the time will try to play at range 2, but there is some characters who are also good at range 2. So you have to know if you're comfortable with this or not. So the first thing is, don't try to rush him. Don't try to mash, it won't work. The character is slow, but if you mash, if you really don't respect him enough, you will get it in counter it. So, and don't try every time you get a pushback to try to go and to dash and to attack. Sometimes you just need to be patient to make him whiff something, and to whiff finish or to go in and to use the opportunity. Just wait to open, because I saw very often people just try to dash to come close over and over again, and they just get it in counter it over and over again, and they never get it. Sometimes you need to backdash. I know it's not intuitive, but if you are at range 2 versus Siegfried, sometimes you can backdash because and you are going at range 3, and here I'm not that much comfortable. So I'm going to move as well because at range 3 I don't have that much tool. Or I'm going to wait, but you can breathe and you can try to think and you can try to be patient. It's very, very important. So the first thing is to be patient. Also, Siegfried is very like I said it at first, a character who is really breaking your mental.
Gotcha.
So you get it in counter it, you cannot move, and he's starting to dance, and when he's in Dark Legacy, he has all of this lethal hit. And and it's really heavy or hit you with the sword. It does really impact the mental and the psychology, but you still have to stay strong. It's not easy, but you still have to stay patient. Doesn't matter what, just stay focused. What you have to do, what you want to do. So that's the first thing. The second thing, you have to punish him. So I told you some moves were unsafe. This one, for instance, it's hard. This one is minus 16 as well. It's very easy to punish with any minus 16 move. You can do critical edge very easy.
Right.
I told you also this one is also unsafe if you have the range. It's only minus 14.
Oh, okay, minus 14.
But you have a pushback, so yeah, exactly. The mix-up, I told you, both moves are minus 16, so you need to punish them. It's very important if he's going to the mix-up, and try to, if you ever block it, then you need to punish. If you block my 3B, you can do AA. It's guaranteed. I cannot do anything.
Oh, okay. You gotta do it right
exactly. Yeah. If you block my rising kick, it's also minus 12. Exactly. If you block my 3B, 3A, it's also minus 12. Okay. So punishment is very important. Also the low floor, they are -16, so you need to punish this. To punish them properly, you need to block first. Yeah.
And that's minus
So
16.
punishment,
Right?
and also with punishment, because Siegfried still have big recovery. So if maybe the exception online is this one. It's very hard to with punish because I can roll. I can try to roll to the side. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
This one is hard. Yeah,
Wow.
but if I'm whiffing a Y rising B, for instance, or 3B, or if you do sidestep, yeah, I don't have the chance to roll in this time.
That's crazy.
So just be careful with AB, but every other move are manageable. It's manageable to whiff punish. Online, it can be hard. For instance, AGA, it can be hard to punish online, but if you have a critical edge or something with a nice range, you can still punish it. But online, it's pretty tricky, I know, but still the same if you do sidestep. For instance, if I'm going for this, you do a sidestep. And I just go to the side, yeah, and I'm whiffing, you need to punish me so hard.
Okay.
So it's very important to block punish him, to whiff punish him, and to know the option you have instant. So for instance, with 3B, you can just block and do AA.
Go ahead. Okay.
But for Y rising B, it's not that easy.
Oh, you're right.
I will trade. Yeah, exactly. So you have to take in consideration, you have to work to lab actually. To work against Siegfried, it's a lot of work. I know you have to lab and to learn the transition. What are your options? So, for instance, Y rising B, if I'm going for the kick, you can sidestep it and punish me with a big launcher.
Oh.
Yeah. For instance, if I'm going with something like the A, I will counter sidestep, but you can duck. Yeah, exactly. And if you have a move who can do tech crouch, tech step, it can be a good answer. But it won't beat everything, but it can really annoy me. I don't know if you have something with this, with Cervantes, but
I'll
yeah.
probably do. I'm gonna try maybe one standing kick. Nice and simple. Oh, try again. Okay.
Okay, so you have to work. You have to look yourself what are the best options. So you have to know Siegfried has when he's in shuffle he can kick, can A, he can also roll to the side. So you have to check what are the best options. Of course, versus the roulette, there is something very important. Maybe you can do a block and do a 2B.
Oh, 2B.
2B. 2B.
Wow.
So yeah, so I did spin, but I guess you can guard after. Yeah, I get
That's
nothing
crazy.
guaranteed. So it's very good to use this kind of move, even if I spin, I have no damage. Because if you're doing for 3B, for instance,
Wow.
yeah, for this one, yeah, I can punish you hard. So you have to lab and to check which move are parry safe. You know what I mean? Even if I roll and spin, I don't get damage. And you have to use this move in the stance. So I don't know, Cervantes, like I said, he can use 2B. But maybe you have other move. I don't know. Maybe I don't
But
really
you're
know.
right. Some of the things we could teach you. Some of the things you just kind of have to take the training mode. It might be character dependent.
Yeah, exactly. Just another transition is very important. After AB slide, you have to know your option as well. So I can basal kick, exactly, and you can, but you can interrupt, or you can sidestep. And if you sidestep, you have to punish me very hard, of course. If you block the kick, just try to block the kick. I'm also -16. Yeah.
Oh, you're
so
16 there? Okay.
exactly. So you have to lab all of this, but I would say the two most important are after Y rising B. If you want to lab, just Y rising B. When you block, you have to know your option very well. And after AB slide, but the two most important ones. So if you want some priority to work versus Siegfried, there's the first you have to lab. So keep in mind he can roll and he can also base hold to counter horizontal. So if you do a 2A for instance or 3A or I don't know.
So BBB should work, right?
Yeah, BBB should work, yeah. But like I said, if I'm doing for instance, yeah. And he can also evade back. For instance, if you block and you're doing a 2A, yeah. So you will interrupt everything, but I can still escape when I'm rolling back.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So keep in mind, test every stance you need to test. Try to test everything, and if you know a Siegfried player, just test with him, ask him. It's actually a lot of work, and that's why some people sometimes are totally lost in this matchup because you have to lab a work, and what's hard is you have to react correctly, even if Siegfried is starting to put you under pressure.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot that goes into it, and I'm pretty sure you could talk for like hours and hours about Siegfried because there's a lot that goes into it. And I definitely appreciate that.
Maybe a last thing, very important.
Sure.
It's this mix-up. A lot of people really struggle versus this one. So actually, it's unreactable. That means you cannot visually make the difference between this one and this one. They are both 18 frames fast. You cannot. But what you can do, when you see the stance, the transition, you can try to guard impact, to reversal edge, or to soul charge, or to sidestep, or to jump. You can do something else to guard. Just try, for instance, to reversal edge.
Okay. So every time I see that reversal edge, it's good to know. Okay.
And if I'm going for the B, you can also reversal edge. So that means if I want to beat your reversal edge, I have to do something else. For instance, I have to roll to the side. But it's not a 50-50 anymore. People call this 50-50, but actually you have a lot of defensive options. If you're going for a soul charge, I cannot do anything, by the way. If you're going for the soul charge, there is no counterplay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just blocking it, but you're losing a bar. Guard impact is also good. If you see the transition and my character is moving, you can try to guard impact. Both move at the same timing.
Oh yeah, you're
right. Yeah. You can also try to jump. If you try to jump, you will dodge the low. Exactly. And if you get it by the mid, you won't take that much damage. Especially, what is important when I'm Dark Legacy, if you don't guard, I won't trigger the lethality. So if you try to jump...
Let me try that again.
Yeah, you won't get it by the lethality. If you try to sidestep, now, just try to sidestep. Okay, again. Yeah, I will hit you only in normal hit, but I won't trigger the lethal hit. And if I'm going for the B, always sidestep to your left. Oh, it can work. Yeah, I'm very unsafe. So you have to think about, just don't wait and trying to guard.
Right.
You have to do other options, and you have to use all of them. So soul charge, reversal edge, and guard impact. And to jump also, or to sidestep, you really have to annoy Siegfried, so that he doesn't just have to press kick or B, because if you're going to sidestep, I will have to press kick more, but in this case, I will be reactable. If you're going for reversal edge, maybe try to do for reversal edge. I will need to do the counter play. So reversal edge.
So that's
this one.
That's scary. So once I see.
So you have to be active. Okay. You have to, and if I'm in Dark Legacy, please don't duck and guard, because it's the worst. Just try. I will just show you. This is really the worst that can happen to me.
Oh.
Don't duck and guard. It's the worst. It's really the worst. So it's better to sidestep or to try to jump. Or I know even some of my training partners, sometimes they get it in counter it. It's not a good thing, but they say, okay, you won't get it. I will just release the guard and you won't trigger the lethal hit. But like I said, it looks very scary. A lot of people are just freezing too much. And also, if I want to do this and this, for the whole animation, I need 40 frames.
Okay.
So that really means...
Go ahead.
Yeah. So that means if you anticipate, for instance, just block and attack. Just block I'm going to edge here to the stance, you get me. Because you did with that, I'm going to the stance. Also, the last thing very important, just stay on the floor. Just stay on the floor. I will put you on the floor. Just stay.
Okay.
Yeah. The move doesn't hit. The mix-up doesn't hit on the ground.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
So a lot of people, it's a basic mistake. They wake up and when they see the stance, but you have to react to this one. So when you see this one, you have to block.
Gotcha.
But it's still doable even online. You stay on the ground. Because kick, and if I whiff kick, you can punish me when you wake up. Huh? And you wake up when you see the kick. The A plus B, I mean. You wake up when you see this one. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually open the chat up to questions.
Sure.
I'll give you guys a couple minutes to. We'll take about 2 to 3 questions. Just hit us and pick his brain. There's a lot of knowledge in here. Really appreciate it. I guess while we're getting questions ready, what do you think about his matchups? What matches do you think Siegfried struggles with? Or does he have any bad matchups? Do you think?
Yeah, on my personal side, I really struggle versus character who can really good punish and do some pressing. So like maybe Cassandra or Sophia, they can be very annoying because they can come close. You can't really spice them out, and when they can punish good and they prevent you to backdash. So also there is a weak point I didn't talk about at all, but it's very important. Siegfried backdash is the worst in the game, literally. That is the worst. Just look at this.
No,
he doesn't backdash at all. So when he's close, he cannot backdash. So and some character, and to be honest, I personally struggle versus character who has a good neutral game and a good backdash. So for instance, Mitsurugi, or you can have Cervantes, is very annoying actually for me because
I can be in and out.
He can move. He can prevent me moving. Okay, I can play at mid range. I'm not saying it's very bad matchup. But when I whiff something or when I'm doing a mistake, he's going to take a lot of damage.
Especially if I
need to hit him and counter the damage. Also character who moves very well. Also character who are also strong at range 2 can be also annoying actually.
Okay.
Because it's the favorite range of Siegfried. And there is some character also, it was the case in previous season, but it was very hard, like Ivy and Sungmina, but the character get nerfed, so I don't have the feeling he has a very, very bad matchup. He has unfavorable matchup for sure, but I guess it also, so like I said, character was moving a lot because when I cannot control the space and space them, it's very hard actually for Siegfried. Especially when you come at close and after you're better than me at close. It's
So you don't like people coming in and out like Mitsu, Cervantes. They have Ivy. I imagine would maybe give you a hard time.
Yeah, Ivy can be annoying also as well. But I'm not saying it's a possible matchup or very bad matchup, but still matchup that I don't really like to play. But it's very personal.
So I have a question from the chat. How do you set up counter hit for moves like 4-4-A or 6B?
So 4-4-A? Just quickly, I talk about whiff punish. So Siegfried has 3 moves, actually 4 to whiff punish. AB,
right?
It's the best one, I told you.
Right.
C6 plus B, I'm sorry. This one only in Dark Legacy, but for big recovery, I have 4B. And I have 4-4-A plus B. And for the very, very big recovery, I have 4-4-A. So
that's what he was asking. So do you have setups for 4-4-A or 6B in particular?
Yeah, for 4-4-A, most of the time it's when people guard impact and they are going for A plus B. You can go for 4-4-A. So just guard impact me and go for A plus B. A plus B.
Okay.
No, you guard impact and after you do A plus B. It's the best way to use the move. It's the best way. Again, play. Or maybe just do A plus B, it's fine. We saw the setup. Just for A plus B now. Sorry, again.
It's okay.
It's really the best way to use the move. Exactly. So and the combo, I will try to do it. With the lag, it's not easy, but I will try to do it. So it's I use a lot of. Again. I cannot.
That's a lot of damage either way. That's insane.
It's doing about 90 damage. So the last hit was not guaranteed you can guard, but it's doing about 90 damage. Exactly, and it's very good to whiff punish A plus B. Most of A plus B you sidestep after level 3 guard impact, and you're going for a big move. 6B, actually the best one is to delay, because the move is slow, 22 frame. So You can go for pushback, like I use to explain with 2-2A for instance.
Right.
If you know that people, but most of the time 6B is so slow that you just need to delay and to try to counter it.
Huh.
And it's also doing 82 or 83 damage actually. So it's the best way. It's a very good counter with Fisher, but it's slow. It's 22 frame,
Right.
but still good because it's doing very nice damage. Or if you anticipate by your opponent, it's really about mind game. 6B, I don't really have a lot of setup for this one. It's
You
really
just go by
about
feeling, right? You just go by
Yeah.
feeling. Okay.
Yeah, by feeling I know my opponent will try to dash in or to do a slow move or to do A plus B because he think I will guard impact or something like this, or will do a slight delay to force him to attack or this kind of things. Yeah, exactly. There is not oh, maybe I have one, but it's a tech trap if you hook me there. Just try to hook me after she full B.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, this one.
wow.
But the thing is, it doesn't hit on the ground, so I don't really recommend this one, but it can work. It can work because sometimes people just try to mash out, and it can work pretty well, even if I personally don't use it. And yeah, and also after guard impact, you can go for 4-4A.
My 4-4A?
Yeah, because because it beats also reversal edge. So if you do reversal edge, for instance, yeah, I can sidestep.
Oh, wow.
And if you do guard impact in reaction, then for example, I guard impact and you guard impact back, then I will also beat you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
you're right, because it's a
But
delayed.
sometimes
Okay.
the only issue, and this is the reason I don't really use it so much like this. It's maybe because of the range, but you can still combo at any range with the critical edge.
That's really good to know. Yeah, it's a little laggy. It's alright. Oh, that's nice.
You can always combo with critical edge, and the scaling is interesting. So that's the best setup for 4-4A after a big recovery, but most of the time when people are doing for A plus B, most of the time has a big recovery on every character, so you can already be ready to press the button.
That's
Yeah, and 6B, it's really, except the tech trap, I don't really have a lot of setup for it because it's slow, so it's more on the feeling, like you said, an anticipation, a mind game, yeah.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate all the questions. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna kind of wrap up the stream today because we don't want to go, too long. Spend a little over an hour. This is really gonna just kind of get people's feet wet. Oh, actually, we have one more.
Yes.
The
sure.
6A plus B AGA. T-Gatch in the chat, he's been trying to include it in his game plan more often to be 12-12 final round. So maybe the 6AB Auto GI?
Yes. Okay, interesting question. So the auto guard impact is pretty slow actually. You need 6 frames to guard impact something.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is most of the time I'm trying to force my opponent to attack. So for instance, I'm going for 2 kick into a rising kick. Okay. And I will force him to do a fast attack, like a 2A or something like this. Okay, it whiffs. It's weird with Cervantes. Yeah. Okay. And I'm trying to really anticipate it. What are good is 2 kick on it is pretty good. 6 kick on block is also fine. Wait a minute, I need to waste it.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So move when you are. Or Shuffle B is also a pretty good one if you block and your opponent try to attack. It's also a good one because they are pretty good on block. And also, yeah, like I said, just mash a little, just force your opponent to attack. For instance, Shuffle B, can you block and try to attack maybe? I like to go for B6 because it's pretty fast. And my opponent, if you want to answer, you need to do a very fast attack, like AA or 2A.
Oh wow, that's beating me. That's beating my BB.
Yeah, you need to interrupt immediately without thinking. And at this moment, you can go for 6A plus B.
So you want to condition them to use a fast move, and then you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's smart.
You really need to do this, and that's why the move I recommend it. Yeah, 2 kick on it or 2 kick also on it. It's about the same. 6 kick on block. I would say also Shuffle B. But I won't recommend when you're -8 because you cannot really force your opponent. You see, I try to do the guard impact. It's too slow.
Yeah, it's too slow.
It's too slow because I need 6 frames and your 2A is 12. So I only have 4 frame gap. So it doesn't work.
Okay.
So exactly. So
It's good to know.
I can only recommend to use it at -4 or -6. -6, like 6 kick on block is -6. Yeah. And yeah, it's pretty fun really. I like to use it. And like I said, if you manage to do it 2 times, or if you're able to do it 3 times to guard impact 3 move, and you are able to do a CE, a critical edge in the game, you have a Dark Legacy.
Right.
I hope I did answer the question because.
It sounds like it. I mean, the way I took it is.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Howard, thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate it, brother. Mr. Howard, one of my friends of mine. Mr. Howard, actually, this is kind of separate. Mr. Howard does a lot of retro gaming, Marvel, so definitely, if you're into that, definitely throw him a follow. Real cool guy. Yeah, so TGAC said that you answered it. I hope I said it right. Answered this question really well. So you want to encourage people to use like panic moves like this, and then you'll throw out the auto GI. That's really
exactly.
I never would have thought of that.
Another thing, actually, it's not very used, and most of people use reversal edge instead of the auto guard impact. Because Siegfried reversal edge is very good, and it's also it gives you bars, it gives you meter, and it does counter the fact that Siegfried doesn't have a lot of lethal hit when he's not in Dark Legacy. So it kind of it does compensate, and also it fill your meter, so you can use more critical edge, and after you can also have the Dark Legacy. So you have 2 ways actually. You can go for reversal edge into critical edge to get your Dark Legacy, or you can try to use the auto guard impact, but you will need to be more successful. But at the moment, sadly, it's not really used. Also, if you guard impact something, you are nothing guarantee, but you are +6.
Oh wow! So you're +6 after that auto GI hits.
Exactly, and the window is a little bigger as a normal auto guard impact. So sometimes you have strings, you can use it to end to between moves. Yeah. You won't use it between AA or BB or something like this. I don't know. I have no example with 7 tates, but
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe a last thing I forget to say, but also important, is A+B.
Oh, you have to jump.
Yeah, you have to duck into jump. Yeah, and you can do it in reaction. It's very important. So if you're a Siegfried player and you use this and your opponent cannot react, then it's fine. So first duck and after jump. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're playing old man like me.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it. Because I'm trying to. I probably have to
if people start to react and to punish, then you should do it before after guard impact. I recommend this one.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Because this one you cannot block it here, and it's not doing 80 damage, but you're still going to do 60 damage. It's sidesteppable, but most of the time after guard impact, people will just wait for your A+B to duck and to jump. They won't sidestep, because if they sidestep, they get it by the A+B.
So that should mix up with if people want to duck.
Yeah, you should mix both actually. If people don't duck your A+B, just go for A+B. It doesn't matter. In some matchup, it's always better because punishment is bad. But if people start to duck, then go for B4, and the combo it's not doing the same damage, but it's still solid.
No, but it's making you respect the A+B. That's really nice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
really cool.
It's force the opponent to sidestep, or it's not guaranteed anymore. Like I just duck, I jump, and you just forget your A+B, because you can really do it in reaction. So yeah.
Very cool. Well, you've given us, like I said, a ton of information. Let me get my see here. So, everybody, if you have Twitter, please follow @Pantocrator. He posts pretty good Soul Calibur stuff. He's very friendly. Send him a message. Maybe there's a time difference if you're in America.
Yeah, sure. You can.
He's gotten back to me on everything about setting up this interview and everything. So there's a ton of Siegfried knowledge that he has that, again, probably cannot be covered in an hour and 15 minutes. So we just want to give you the basics to pick up the character if you're struggling. Hopefully this helped you out. I'll have this time stamped. RXF Nori is my YouTube. Thank you again, everybody, for joining the stream tonight. If you're able to follow, subscribe, I appreciate it. But please give a shout out to Pantocrator on Twitter. This man is awesome, and you all have a good day and a good night. Thank you.